Trey, and I have a special guest with me, Alex.
Hey, I'm Alex.
She's a longtime high school friend, and I just love her. And today, just to catch y'all up, I moved. So I am in my own apartment. I am single. We are both single. And this video is about being single and loving on yourself. And yeah, we're going to get into it. How about that?
Yeah.
So I do not condone drinking and driving or drinking, underage drinking. That's what I meant. Don't condone it. So let's get to talking about the talk.
Okay. I'm Alex. I'm 26 years old. Yeah. I'm a Libra and I'm a dog mom. And I'm single and I stay at home with my dog.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I'm Trey. I'm 26. I am a turtle mom and I am single as well.
Not knowing if I needed to break up. When you want to keep on trying on something, but if something not working out and you're not genuinely happy,
yeah,
I think that's when you okay, that's when you need to go.
Learning when to detach, yeah.
Yeah, and then not having regrets about it and stuff like that. And then also you guys were once friends and now it's like, dang, I can't talk to you no more, ever. We was like this. Now I hate you. Why do you have to hate me?
That sucks. That was the hardest part of my breakup too. Definitely learning when to let go and just accepting people for who they are and who they show you that they are. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad person. It just means that, they're not your person or you're just not their person. And learning how to accept that and just move on with no hatred or anything like that. Let's talk about codependency. I was definitely emotionally codependent on a lot of people, not just in my relationships, but as I said before, my friendships too. My energy was controlled based off of my partner or the room that I was in, and nobody should ever have that much power. Power over your emotions. I thought that I was just I know I'm an emotional being, but at the same time it's just stuff shouldn't move me or hurt me the way that it does. And I was really depending on people to lift me up, because I was always lifting other people up.
Wow.
And I was always being that force in somebody's life. So yeah, definitely for me. I was emotionally codependent, and that's something that I have been praying on. And actually, I'm getting better. This happened in April. I'm sorry for the late update, but this happened in April. So this has been a whole journey. Honestly, yeah. So
I've been single for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
And I feel I don't think I had any codependency, but I noticed it is hard. You got a shell in my stuff.
Sorry.
Okay. I noticed that it has been hard sleeping. Sleeping, when Drake be hate sleeping alone. I ain't never really understood that until you talk to a rotisserie chicken at night. What the heck is going on? I think that was the only thing. I felt so safe.
Yeah.
I think safeness.
Yeah.
I depended on his safeness because
that.
I felt I was protected. I was safe. I didn't have to worry about nothing. But now that I'm living by myself and me and my dog, it's oh my God, if anything happened, I gotta protect my dog and me.
A lot of the stuff that I have been identifying about myself, it was childhood trauma, or it started from my childhood.
Oh, wow.
Especially with sleeping alone and being afraid of the dark and just certain things like that, because I've always been afraid of the dark. I slept with my mom until I was almost 13. I think with me, I just had to be alone. God wanted me in a space where I didn't have anybody, so I had to be alone in order to solely depend on him. And that's why I'm really grateful for that, because I felt if I didn't go through that, then I would have to grow up, or I would get older and not know how to be alone. So I'm really thankful for this journey. I'm identifying certain things that I didn't know was an issue, such as that, knowing how to be alone and being okay in my own thoughts without entertaining anybody or having to use somebody to get over a certain situation that I'm in. Really being able to sit in my own thoughts and deal with my emotions by myself, like, that's something. And I'm in therapy, so, you know, not being so quick to just be like, oh, I'm sad, let me call somebody and tell somebody about how I feel. Instead, acknowledging that I'm sad and allowing myself to go through all of those emotions and go through the sadness, and then waiting to talk to my therapist about it, or, you know, talking to somebody after I done already did the work that I needed to do for myself, instead of solely depending on somebody else to be able to comfort me in my feelings or anything like that. So yeah.
I think that's like a pro about being single, because you just find yourself so much and you just learn so much about yourself. Because I feel like when I was in my relationship, I felt like I had to be a certain way and I had to be a certain type of person for him, so we could get married and stuff like that. And I was doing things that I didn't have interest in.
Exactly, yeah.
And now I'm doing more that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm more free and I can do whatever I want. I'm like, oh, I got free will. I can do this if I want. Like, why not? You know? Yeah. Because you're single.
It's just you. You know?
And it's so crazy because before I got into a relationship, my parents was very like overprotective. Like when I was 20 years old and they was still like telling me what I could and couldn't do.
I remember that.
I was still living in their house, but dang, I can't even have a sleepover. It was just so much. So being in an overprotected house and then moving straight in with, you know, your boyfriend, it's like, dang,
you don't know how to be alone.
I don't know how to be alone, but I don't know how, more so, I don't know the freedom.
And you don't know yourself. Yeah.
And trying to make decisions on my own, I'd be like, oh my God.
Let
me call my mama real quick. Do you think this is okay? Yeah. Which is good for her advice, but sometimes that's what I need to know. Like, I need to start making my own decisions, which is so hard for me to do sometimes.
With me, it was more like walking along like eggshells. Walking on eggshells because somebody is being like irritable with you. And I realized like I wasn't just doing that with my partner. I was doing that with my friends too. And I also realized what I needed in my relationships and my friendships. I need gentleness. Now I demand gentleness. If it's not gentle and I feel like I'm not like not protected, because I can protect myself, but if I don't feel like I'm in a safe space, then I no longer want to have that friendship. I no longer want that relationship. It wasn't just in that relationship. It was so many relationships that I did that in. Like, I wouldn't say certain things to avoid confrontation. Or I wouldn't do certain things because I know that would irritate them. Or, you know, I was unaware if they were annoyed or something. So I would just sit in my thoughts and my feelings and just not talk because I don't know if you're in a talking mood, and I would like really stress myself out, and it's not healthy, you know. So.
Yeah, especially with your friendship, you shouldn't have to walk on eggshells like you said. You're supposed to be comfortable. You're not comfortable, basically. I have a friend like that, and I ain't never thought about that. I'm just like, wait, this is her, and I know she got like a quick attitude. I can't be saying too much because I don't like confrontation either. Yeah. I ain't think about that.
And realizing how much of a pushover I was, like I was really a pushover.
People pleaser for me.
Yeah, like a people pleaser, a pushover, like, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Like, the word no has been so liberating for me.
I guess I don't take accountability for my actions. Basically, like, owning up to what I did and not kind of brush it under the rug. Sometimes it never satisfied. That's what some people might say. But it's like, you know, I want more from you, and I know you can do better. So that's how I have that mindset. But I guess, I don't know. Toxic. Am I even toxic?
Are you?
Right.
Are you, Alex?
I don't think so. Like, insecurities, like my past, having low self-esteem will make you think different about a certain situation, and I feel like that's a toxic trait. Trust issues and stuff like that. It's like, what you like, what? I want to believe everything you say, but I don't want you to play me in my face.
I feel like my toxic trait, and I don't know if it's really a toxic trait, but I'm so easy to just wear my heart on my sleeve. So when I get my heart broke, I'm just like, okay, I'll give it a couple of months. Or I'll give it 2 months and be like, okay, I'm ready to love again. Let's love. Unless I identify something or I see something that is like familiar, I guess. I guess like not giving myself time to actually heal. That's what it is. Because I suppress a lot of stuff. because I don't think that it affects me that much. Like, first of all, full disclosure, go to therapy. Therapy helps. Therapy is amazing.
Wow.
When I tell you I have been holding on to stuff that happened like 10, 11 years ago.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know.
From love. Like, literally love. But I was like the panicking and the worrying, like, if somebody is going to not leave, but die. Like,
I have that
it
word
was
all the time.
I'm so serious. Like, it was that deep. Like, when, you know, people call me, like, just being super available for people when people call, because I'm like, maybe this might be the last phone call. It's not okay to think like that. Something might happen to them, but that's out of your control. I think I had like this control thing where I felt like would have something to do. Exactly. It was like a cause and effect thing, and I was really driving myself crazy. So it was toxic to myself, basically, and also to my partner too, because, you know, when they leave in the house, it's not because, you know, I don't want you to go nowhere. Go have fun with your friends, hang out. I don't care, jump off a bridge, but don't do that for real. But
right, I'm like,
right? But no, like, just being super worried. Like, when they call and I miss a call or something like that, it could have been the last call, so now I'm panicking and I'm driving myself crazy. And I wasn't able to identify this until therapy, and that was something that I used to do when I was little too. Like, I used to sit at the window and watch my mom go to work because of my anxiety, and I would just pray that she come home. I would sit by the window all day until she came home because I was scared something was going to happen to her. And I realized a lot of this was childhood issues that I took into my adulthood. So therapy works, okay? I guess that would be like my toxic trait, and expecting people to love me the same way that I love them. I don't know, not understanding other people's love languages, because technically, just because my love language is words of affirmation and like sometimes gift giving or whatever, like somebody else, they might not, I don't know, like they might not say how much they love you, but they might show how much they love you or whatever. And with me, I'm just like, no, I want you to say it. Do you hate me? Like, it's just like, that's not my love language.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't have the words to speak, and that's something that I learned from my last relationship. Like, maybe they might not have the words to speak, and that's fine, but that doesn't mean that they hate you. So, yeah.
Being in a relationship when you come from a family that's loving, like the love language, like from, you know, a family like that, and then being with somebody that wasn't like that. I didn't receive any love because you didn't do that to me. So I'm like, well, dang, do you really love me? Wow. You didn't say it today. Yeah, but like you said, just because my love language is another thing doesn't mean theirs is something else too.
Yeah, I feel like people should learn how to love you in your love language, kind of. I don't know if that's like toxic, but I don't necessarily feel like that's toxic. I feel like when you're with somebody, they should learn you, and a part of learning you is learning what you need in a relationship.
Like, one time I had one on a date, or I was talking to somebody, I was dating somebody, and they had asked me my favorite color, and they bought me flowers. My favorite color of flowers. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, don't just be asking.
I love that. See, I'm so much of a hopeful romantic. Like, I sit here and I watch romance movies because I'm not technically ready to like be in a relationship, but I do want to see people happy. So I turn on my romance movies and I cry. I scream at the TV, and then I clap at the end because it always have the same ending, okay? With me, like, my self-care was really working on every single thing about me. Like, really working on everything about me, because I realized I distracted myself with love to avoid certain feelings and certain issues that I had. So I just kept wanting to like love people and fix people. I kept trying to understand why I was attracting broken people, but it is true that you attract what's already inside of you, technically. So it wasn't because I was so much of a healer that I was attracting broken people. I was broken and I refused to like fix myself. It was just like, oh, okay, well, let me go fix somebody else. Like, no, girl, you need to fix you. Like, you need to fix you. Although I wasn't walking around with the attitude and I wasn't hurting people, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't showing that I was broken, but I was. Like, I was. And
self-love. That's what I'm really learning.
Talk about it.
Okay, that's what I'm really trying to learn about right now. Should we do a toast? These glasses are so cute.
Thank you. I got them from Walmart. Walmart, if you want to sponsor me, let me just throw that in, you know,
Okay.
or Stella Rose, or whoever.
Well,
But we should do a toast. We should do a toast to
self-love.
self-reflection.
Self-reflection.
Self-reflection and singleness.
Self-love. Self-love. Self-love.
Yeah.
You gotta do it for yourself.
Right? I feel like I'm learning right now that you have to date yourself. So
That
everything
part.
that I wanted to do or give to my partner, I've been giving myself. I've gotten so used to being alone now and being in my own space, which I absolutely thank God for, because I'm so scary. Like, so scary. Like, I was scared of the dark. Like, I was just scared of everything. So, like, really taking the time out, like I said earlier, to acknowledge your feelings. Like, doing it by yourself now and learning who you are and learning what you're going to tolerate. What type of people that you want in your life, because I'm not gonna lie, whenever I break up with my partner, it seems like I break up with some of my friends too.
Oh.
It's so crazy, because this relationship, I was just like, yeah, I crave gentleness that I allow in my space. I want to feel safe, and I don't want to feel like I'm walking on eggshell. I don't want to. I don't want people to yell at me or be super irritable with me. My therapist told me, she was like, well, what is making people irritable with you? I'm just like, what you mean?
Do you not know me? I'm lovely.
I don't know. I don't know. She basically said, like, I allow people in my life that are irritable already, like, just period.
With
They're,
themselves.
exactly. They're those type of people. Or I expect to be loved a certain type of way by people that never shown that kind of love in the first place. So, that was just something that stuck with me a lot. And I was just like, you know what? You're right. Like, you're absolutely right. So now it's just like a transition with myself, where it's just like, this is what I want. This is what I need. If you don't fit that dynamic, bye.
I like
Friendship,
that.
anybody, like, I'm just like, bye. Like you said, we both are not confrontational. And it's like, people make it seem like it's impossible for them to love you a certain type of way. And it's not impossible. They're just incapable of doing it.
Lose friends sometimes and family after every single relationship. Does that mean you're learning from your relationships?
Yeah.
Like after,
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah. And this is a whole nother video, so I'm not going to get like really, really deep into it. And I realized, like, I asked God for certain moves in my life. Like, I asked him to move me in certain places and fix these certain areas before I actually met my last partner. He was already moving stuff around in me and already working and providing me with, you know, discernment and certain things. So by the time that we reached a certain peak, it was just like,
It's time.
this is not, I really need a heal.
Yeah.
Like, I really need a heal. This is not the type of love that I want. And not to say that she was a bad person, because she wasn't.
Yeah.
But this is just not the type of love that I don't want to, like, have to beg and plead and ask and, you know, ask for certain things, because if I was your person, it would already be provided to me.
That's so crazy that you say that and listening to you like that, because, you know, when people ask, you know, why did I break up with whatever, it'd be so hard to answer that question, because I know a lot of people went through a lot more than I did, and my relationship isn't bad, but it's just something I knew that I wanted more from it. Like you saying, like, being loved differently.
Yeah.
And I think that was basically it. I ain't never really knew how to answer that question, but it's like, it wasn't abusive, like, stuff like that, like the main thing, like the breaker points. And then, like, when I do try to explain myself and why I left the relationship, it's like, girl, you could have, like, passed through that.
And people look at everything like, oh, it's not that bad. You know?
I think
it's okay. At least they're not doing this, because I have been in, you know, relationships where people were not the nicest, and especially physically, and we're lacking here. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, we can work through that. And it's just like, can we? Can we really do that?
Right.
Is that healthy? It's not that bad, but it's not what I want either.
And it's so weird, because I think a lot of women say that because, you know, we 26 years old and, oh, we're 30. We don't have any children. So it's like, you got to hurry up and have children. You got to hurry up and be married. who said that I really want to do that? Like, for real. Like, that's
Hello.
not really where I'm trying to be. Like, I know 30 is right around the corner, but I think, and I think that's why a lot of people settle, because of this time that we got.
And it's just like, who made those rules? Who made them?
Okay.
Who said that you have to carry kids?
Okay.
Who said you even have to be a mom?
And then people look at you weird
because
you're not a mom or you're not married or stuff like that. It's just so weird.
I'm not gonna hold you up. Like, I told my partner, like, I said, I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready to have kids. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm healed from that. And that's what it really was. It was a lot of healing that I had to do, that scared me. Mm-hmm. And then I knew that, could I take this journey with you? Mm-hmm. Like, is that something that I would really do? Because it scared me when it came to, like, marriage or having a kid. Because having a kid, especially with all the stuff that, you know, I've been through. Having a kid and not having somebody to, like, not knowing. Mm-hmm. Because I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing if that person is going to, like, comfort you along the way when you're having doubts, like, oh, can I carry this kid? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or is something going to happen to me? Mm-hmm. Like, not knowing if that person is going to be there to be like, yes, everything is okay. Yeah. We're okay. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to push you through it. I like words of affirmation, not knowing if I would have that. So that's what made me feel like, no, I don't want to do this. Yeah. Like, I don't want to do this because I don't think that I have a supportive partner that's going to talk me along the way with all of the emotions that I know I'm going to have. Mm-hmm. But also because all of the emotions that I have from past traumas that I haven't dealt with either. Mm-hmm. And that's not your fault. Yeah. But if I felt a little bit more loved, mm-hmm. verbally, mm-hmm. then maybe I would have just been able to be like, yeah, let me get pregnant right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I would have been a little bit more motivated to do something like that. But mm-hmm. the way that I was feeling, it just, and that's why I said God was just moving in my life, because I don't think that they made me feel that way on purpose. I feel like God was really using them to isolate me so that I can hear him clearly. So it's just, and that's a whole nother video too, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just what it was. Pros and cons of living alone. Oh, okay.
Pros first.
Go for it.
I can decorate it how I want. If I don't feel like cleaning up this day, I don't have to. Mm-hmm. I can walk around naked. I didn't know how beautiful that was. I wanted to walk around with my hair on top of my head or afro, naked. I was okay with doing that. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I wasn't able to do that when I was in a relationship, mm-hmm. which is, I don't know how that is. Real comfortable now. I think it's very exciting. Like, I feel like everyone should live by themselves, like, in their 20s. Mm-hmm. When you just, like, sitting alone in your own space, you kind of just learn yourself a little bit more, you know? I didn't know that I like dancing. Like, I be dancing, girl.
I feel like I go through a mixture of, like, crying, dancing, yelling, dancing. Like, it's just, like, it's very peaceful. I love living by myself, like, and I didn't know that I was gonna love it this much. I was so scared. I was scared to be in my own thoughts. That's what it was. I was scared to be in my own thoughts without having anybody in the next room. It's been nights where, you know, my mind is still rambling and I'm laying down and my thoughts just sometimes try to get the best of me. I be feeling like God be at my bedside. I'm sorry. Like, I do. Like, I feel like when my mind starts to wonder, he's literally like right there telling me like, yeah, you okay. You got this. Like, come on. Let's I got your hand. Mm-hmm. Like, let's go through this. So, the pros of being alone, learning how to be alone so you can know if you're alone. Like, when you meet somebody, mm-hmm. Are you talking to them because you're lonely, mm-hmm. or are you talking to them because you really are okay with letting someone in your space? Mm-hmm. So yeah, being alone, not being distracted by other people has just been the best part of this journey.
Yeah. I think the cons is definitely, like, when I was first starting to be, like, by myself, mm-hmm. I was scared. I'm out here really thugging it out by myself. Mm-hmm. So it's like, Dad always, like, scared me into a whole bunch of different scenarios.
Ooh, you know what? Parents don't, like, they do that. They do that. Like, you want to just come live back home?
Yep. I'm like, no. I'm
Like,
comfortable
what is up
here.
with you?
I'm free. I'm here.
Yes.
Being scared about, like, you know, robberies and stuff like that. I didn't know, like, sleeping alone, like I was saying. It's not because of, like, I guess sexual things. I think it's not because of that. It's more so because I felt safe, like,
affection
under somebody's arms. Like, okay, if somebody went through that door, he can take care of our house. I can just lay here.
Yeah.
If anything. You got, oh my God, carrying the groceries. We was just talking about that.
Look, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm not even gonna hold you up. Like, I was always carrying the groceries. I'm sorry. Like, that's not even, my whole thing is carrying the groceries up the stairs now.
Oh my God.
Like, that's a big thing
that.
for me.
I hate it. The water cases. I'm so little trying to. And then I'm up here, got all the groceries. Daisy jumping up here. I'm like, girl, move out the way. It's like so much with that.
Yeah. I think
that was. I think that's it.
I guess the cons for me is like, sometimes I do get lonely. Like, sometimes I do want to talk, you know. Sometimes I do want to just go in the next room and, like, you know. But I can say that I knew this was a journey that I had to take. So it was, you know, it wasn't easy, but I knew that I had to do it. So it was just like, yeah, no. What's another thing? I had this thing, like, I think it was like 2 months ago where I thought that I was craving affection, but I realized that I wanted a pet. Like, I just wanted a pet. I wanted something to, like, come home to, but not like a partner or not like a roommate or anything like that. I just really wanted a pet because, as I said in the beginning of the video, like, I lost Ollie, and Ollie was just like, that was my baby. Other than Noah, because Noah is he's the turtle. So it's only so much that Noah can do. Like, I'm sorry. I love you, Noah, but there's only so much that he can do. So
I think that's very good. Like, you know, starting a single journey, I think a pet is very helpful.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah. Pets can help.
Pets really help. And it's so crazy because Daisy, she's like my non-verbal baby.
Red flags that we ignored about our relationships. Knew about in the beginning, but you just ignored it. Like, you was just like, let me see how bright this flag is gonna get. Does it get any redder? Like, does it get any redder? Let's see. Like, can the red turn into green? You know? I would say lack of communication.
Lack of communication.
Yeah, because I feel like the stuff that you identify in the beginning is usually like what caused the end. What caused the ending of the relationship?
Like, if you was dating somebody, and what would, like, turn you off from right there, I guess?
A lot. I'm sorry, like, a lot. Especially right now with my walk with God and my celibacy journey. Like, if I feel like you, like, talk about sex too much, that's a red flag. Because you're not going to be able to handle me being celibate until I get married. You're confrontational. That's a big red flag for me. Like, no. Like, I mean, some people will look at it as, like, protective, but I feel like a real protector is going to know how to pick and choose their battles so they can protect you in the right way.
What about drinking too much? Drinking too much?
Yeah.
Especially when you have, like, an excuse to drink. Like, I feel like I'm more of a social drinker. So, like, I'll drink, like, with my friends. But, like, I'm not going to drink because I had a long day at a job. Or just because I'm stressed out or I'm emotional. I don't want to drink, like,
like, using stuff to
cope with that.
Suppress your emotions. Like, I don't have a problem with people smoking. So, I don't want y'all to think that I have a problem because I don't. But
not too much.
But I feel like when people need to smoke all the time, like, can you not be around me sober, you know, without you smoking? Or people that get, like, irritable when they don't smoke. Yeah. Or when they don't drink, it's just like, so now I have to be walking on eggshells because you're irritable because you don't have weed. Like, I feel like that's a major trigger for me. So
excuses like, oh, I didn't do this because of that, or like some whack excuses. Not willing to try new things.
Ooh, yes.
Like if it makes her happy why can't we do it together? You know, that's what the type of friend I am too. Like, oh, you want to do that? Let's
Exactly.
do it. You know, it makes me happy.
Why not? As long as it don't make you depressed. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
like, my God, is it gonna kill you to do
like,
this?
is this a trigger for you? Like, I think another red flag.
This must be the reddest of red.
Throw the flag at the flag. Let somebody get the hell.
Okay.
Should I say this? That would be my red flags of dating.
I had a negative Nancy too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know, like my dad is real negative, and I should know how to deal with it, but I don't need that.
Oh, you know what? We gotta have another video. We gotta do another video about daddy issues.
Okay. That I didn't know I had.
I didn't know I had it either. I didn't.
Golly.
Not gonna lie, I love my dad.
I
Don't get
love
me
him
wrong.
too.
I love my dad. My dad is my homie. That's my ace boom coon. But yeah.
Wow, do I need therapy?
No, therapy is really, really good.
I think because my past relationship, that was like the longest relationship I've been in.
Mm-hmm.
And
how long was y'all together?
it's like 7 years. Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's so
right?
crazy.
I feel like even though at the end of the relationship I had mentally already kind of like prepared myself to go and stuff like that, went straight off to dating when I needed to heal. So I think I'm reversed with it. Like now I'm kind of like healing now first. And it wasn't because I needed somebody. Like I feel like I needed to be in a relationship. It was just because basically it was like because I'm free. I think I'm not really dating right now. Let me just focus on myself. I did not realize how distracted I actually was until I got out the relationship. Like he always like motivated me to do my best in school and in work and stuff like that, but just like how your mind just set up to just trying to be somebody for this person.
Exactly. You know how those couples say like, oh, we can fix ourselves together. Like, do you feel like that's impossible?
I don't want to say it's impossible,
Yeah.
but I do feel like you probably got to fix yourself by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because I feel like if we together trying to fix ourselves, I still gonna be thinking that I'm fixing myself for you sometimes.
Where am I dating? Wow, let me tell you, it is ghetto out here. So Masego, hurry up. So yeah, now that we got that out the way, that's where I'm at dating. So I know I'm playing. I'm not playing about the Masego thing though. Just we just making that clear.
Isn't this concert coming up?
Yes, this concert is coming up. I got VIP tickets. Am I dating right now? No. Do I want to go on, dates? Yeah, I'm not even there yet to be like, oh, I want to get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't want to be anybody's girlfriend. Like, I feel like
I would be a deadbeat girlfriend.
Okay.
Okay.
People be flattering themselves like, hold on now.
No.
Okay. Like I'm in that space where, maybe I do want to date. I have already asked God to like prepare me for my partner and to prepare my partner for me and also to prepare me if I don't have a partner at all. So I feel like I'm okay with whichever direction, whatever is in his will, I feel like I'm okay with. But I have specifically asked for a friend.
That's one of the things that helps with the, being single and stuff like that,
Especially like with this ghetto. I'm just gonna say that.
Can we just normalize like girl and boy like friends again? Like
everybody should have a safe friend that they feel completely safe with. That is like kind of like their brother in a way.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel uncomfortable. You don't make me feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so how do you feel about like the process or like the waiting part of dating and then being married? Because I know. My coworker, he's engaged now.
Aww,
and he only
congratulations, coworker.
Okay. But he only knew the girl for like a year and 4 months. Some people like to wait like 10 years and then let's get married.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't look at it like that.
Because some people know what they want right then and there. You know when a person is your person. Something I said to my last partner so many times, like, I'm not your person.
Oh wow.
And I knew that I wasn't. I just knew by the way that you treated me. Like, she didn't feel safe. So it was just like, I know I'm not.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the importance of celibacy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people.
Yes. Like, for real, like, yes. Yeah. Like, I feel like I was sharing myself with people that didn't deserve me or did not show me the type of affection that I needed. Beyonce, like, I didn't, like, if that's your only way to show me that you love me, then I'm not going to understand that, because I have to connect with you emotionally to even connect with you in that way. This whole time that I've been single, God has shown me, like, what I want in a relationship based off of what he has provided me with. Like, me being scared to be alone, he has comforted me, he has reassured me this whole time. When I'm hurting, like, and I feel like I need to depend on somebody to, like, uplift me and comfort me and make me feel well. Like, when I pray, because when I had that moment, I did pray. I'm like, you know, please heal this part. I don't know what it is, but heal this part. And it was just like, okay, here, I'm going to heal it. So God has been the blueprint for, like, how I want to be loved. So now I'm just like, oh, I want to be loved this way. I want to be loved the way that God loves me. And if it's anything less, you know, I know you're not going to be able to love me the way that God loves me, but I want you to love me the way that you love God. Okay. And the way that God loves me. That way you know how to handle me. And if you don't know how to handle me, he's going to be your source where you're going to be like, oh, teach me how to love this woman. Okay. You know? So, what was we talking about? Well, that's celibacy. Motivation behind it is because I know, like, you know, I'm working on my relationship with God and I'm working on my relationship with myself. So I don't want to share myself with nobody because of that. And it's not for everybody. You know, I'm not like one of those people that just be condemning everybody else because they're not on the same journey. Like, this is my journey. But yeah, that has been the motivation behind that. And I just, in real life, I'm scared. I'm scared out here. I'm terrified. No. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you up. People can't touch me. Y'all can't touch me. Can't touch this. No, can't touch this. Okay, like, don't touch me. Name your breakup song. Boom, 5.
Ooh, 5 breakup songs, like, right after?
Yeah. I got a whole playlist.
I feel like Keisha Cole is always a go-to.
Keisha Cole. Okay, what song?
Love.
I'm about to go get my man back. That's a I'm a ride or die. That's my man. I'll sit beside him. Okay. Whatever make you feel like, yeah, I got this.
Because I feel like I have different feelings. Like, sometimes I be wanting to sit in my feelings because I feel like that's very important. Yeah. And then I got them songs I be like, Tomorrow. Yeah. Glorilla. Like, that's the main one right there. Like,
that's
she is just always the vibe.
That is so funny.
You know, she just make, like, when you sing her lyrics, it just make you not care about, like, oh, well, you know, it is what
Sometimes
it is.
You gotta hear that. I feel like that's what Chrisette Michelle does for me. Like, I'ma be okay. And then Fouché, it'd be like, single S, single S. Then Ari Lennox.
She got me
Ari
on her.
Lennox.
Okay, I love being around Tori because her music variety is like, I love I listen to her. Burn by Usher.
My best friend be cracking up to that song. That is so funny. 2 playlists with you when you leave. Okay. So you can be like, And Chloe, treat me like you treat me. Oh wow. Oh, and Miley Cyrus' new song, I can buy myself flowers.
I like that song.
I said,
girl,
that's where I'm at right now. Oh, and Jennifer Lopez, love don't cost a thing.
Oh, girl. Yeah.
Even if you broke
my love.
Yes. That's my junk.
That's the single line.
So, thank you guys for actually staying with us and talking to us. Alice is going to be on here a lot more, okay? Thank y'all for watching Trey with Friends. Unfortunately, there is no Whole Shot Friday, but I mean, because we had wine and crab and stuff like that. So, Whole Shot Friday will be every Friday, of course, except for this Friday. Comment y'all favorite breakup song.
And just remember that just because you're alone doesn't mean you are lonely. That's the main thing.
I'm alone, but I'm not alone.
That's it.
Peace out, y'all. Thank y'all for watching Trey with Friends.